Good morning, everyone. Today my video is going to be about my A6 Techo. I have decided to shelf this planner, and what I want to do is a flip through of it. It might take me some time to do a flip through. I'm shelving it because, I really thought that I was going to be able to work with this planner for the next 2 weeks. I even set it up. But as you can see, let me take this one out and I'll show you. As you can see, there's quite a hump. So writing in it is pretty much next to impossible. You can see through here that I've done very minimal writing in it the last couple of weeks or so. I'm a little bit sad because I did set it up with a really cute Bare Necessities sticker kit that I love. But it's too hard to write in. So today's video is going to be about a flip. I'll first explain how I've used this and what's in here. So this is in a print Prussian A6 TN. It does have 4 strings. I've tucked the planner into the back pocket here. I've tucked the July to December in the back pocket. The January to June is tucked into the front pocket. I have a Happy Scrappy folder in here. And what's in here is, I don't know what this is actually. Oh, this is my letters from my nephew. My nephew went into Navy boot camp, and these are the letters that he sent me. And this right here is my mother-in-law's eulogy. She passed away April 19th of this year, and my father-in-law asked me to eulogize her. And so I wrote her eulogy, and my oldest son read it at the funeral. I just wasn't capable of doing that. Who's this card from? Oh, this is Catfish Plans. She sent me this thank you card with some Happy Mail she sent me, and that is tucked in here. And then back here, my friend Chaz sent me some of these little notebooks. She sent me some weeks ones, and she sent me this A6 one, and I've used it to just jot down different things in here. So that's how I have housed this planner. As you can see, it is very much outgrown this TN, but I will just, I will take it and I'll put it on a shelf so that you can see the charms like this. I've been very dedicated to these notebooks. I've loved them very, very much. I told myself at the beginning of this year that I was not going to jump out of these planners. I could add other things, but I couldn't jump out of it. And that is exactly what I did. So when I go through, you'll see some little green Post-it notes, and that is to hide things that are private. I have a small home daycare, and so sometimes it will go over photos. And I also, just some personal things that I didn't want anyone to see, things I didn't want to share in this video. So here is how I started the book. I started it with just, today is where your book begins. The rest is still unwritten, by Natasha Bedingfield. So it's just how I wanted to start this planner. Bunch of stickers. I'm just going to quietly thumb through the book and maybe here and there do a little explaining. In the beginning, I charted the weather and my emotions on the calendars. Different pen tests to see exactly which pen I wanted to use in here. This is part of the stationary stockpile challenge. This is with Dakshna and Ellie's Corner. And what I did in this little notebook was I wrote down with little check boxes what each month was. This one was March, hobbies and interests. So you'll see these pages throughout my planner. So not only did I write in here, so this is my journal and my my memory planner. And not only did I put good things in here, but I also did a lot of the bad things, you know, and the sad things and the really hard things in here. I didn't always do it when the hard things happened. I'd go back in and I would write them in later. And I talked in a previous video about how my mother-in-law passed away, and I did say that in the very beginning of this video, but I did a lot of journaling in here. This was the week that she was very sick, so I obviously didn't do any journaling in here, but her prayer card is in here. And it, you know, in the beginning it made me very sad to look through this and see this, but now it brings me a little bit of joy to know that she's no longer in pain. But lots of really good memories, and the hard memories too. I don't know if any of you put the hard stuff in your memory planners, but it's important to me to put the hard things in there too. I feel like it's very therapeutic. Sometimes you cry. This is my daughter's bridal shower. She got married June 18th, and this is her bridal shower. So, you know, along with the really hard stuff, there's also the really good things in here. And so, you know, when I flip through the bad things, I can also see the good things, and that makes me very happy. You know, some time away, my husband and I went to see Garth Brooks at Gillette Stadium in May, and that was really, really fun. Seeing Garth Brooks was definitely on my bucket list, and a friend of ours had some tickets and he couldn't go, so my husband and I went, and it was really, really fun. And then there are days that I just didn't do much. Our son went to Florida. One of our sons went to Florida for a wedding with a bunch of buddies. This was our daughter's bachelorette weekend. She's, you know, our kids are not big partiers, so she just wanted to go up to North Conway. We live in New Hampshire, and she wanted to go up to North Conway. It's where we spent a lot of time when our kids were young. We spent a lot of family time there, and she wanted to go up there and stay in a cabin with her bridal party and go shopping, and that's what my sister-in-law did. My sister-in-law was her maid of honor, and that's what she did for all of us. She rented a cabin, and we went up there and stayed for the weekend, and it was beautiful. And this was her wedding weekend. These are my old work friends, and just friends in general. I call them work friends, but this was our daughter's rehearsal dinner. We had it in our backyard, and it was absolutely beautiful. My little brother had it catered for us, and it was amazing. My husband did a lot of work in the backyard. He strung up 400 feet of bistro lights in the back, and I have videos of it, but I obviously don't have photos of it. It was just beautiful. And this was their wedding day. Aren't they just... It's a beautiful photo. So once we get to the end of this, that's it. And I will show you July to this week of December. What I liked doing was putting in leftover kit stickers in here. It kind of used things up a little bit. And then once I got to this part, I didn't really use, oh, maybe I did. Okay, so I still used the calendars. To track the weather. Oh, this month I did a sticker a day. And then my emotions. Looks like a sticker a day here. I love these. These are the Bruins schedule. I got them on Etsy. I can't remember who the seller was, though. More of their wedding photos. This was a sticky note my husband left on the counter for me. 34 years together, and we're still leaving love notes. There's something to be said for that nowadays, huh? We brought our daughter to a local amusement park and zoo, so I tucked to that in there. I just stapled it in. We had a nephew pass away by suicide in August, and I printed out a bunch of photos of our nephew. And then what I did was I asked everyone to write a special memory of Johnny, and in the card, so I printed a bunch of photos and I glued those photos. My mom and I glued those photos onto some cards, some blank cards, and I asked everyone to write a special memory of Johnny. And I was going to mail those here and there to my brother and sister-in-law, and instead what I did was I just gave them to them after the funeral. It was going to be too much for them to see those notes here and there. But if you know someone who struggles with those thoughts, you know, it's important to ask them how they're doing and to really pay attention. Not that my brother and sister-in-law didn't. Sometimes you just can't prevent it, but all right, I'm not going to talk about that anymore. It's very triggering for some people. But 2022 was definitely a very, very difficult year for our family. Let's see. Lots and lots of journaling. What I really love to do is I love to put in lots of little bits and pieces from different things that people send me. Oops, I wanted to kind of hide all of this together. Okay, I can show this. So what I like to do is just really put in, when I get cards and when I get happy mail and things, I really like to tuck them into my planner. And obviously, that's why this is so chunky, but I love how it looks. Again, a happy mail note. Another card. I like to do a lot of interactive things also. More happy mail. Excuse me. My daughter and daughter-in-law went to the Deerfield Fair, and they took our granddaughter. It's our oldest son and daughter-in-law's baby. A lot of people think that it's my daughter's baby, but it's not. She's not. It's my husband's 54th birthday also. But just so many really great memories in here. This is probably one of my favorite ways to use this planner, was to highlight different areas and then write in them. So I could, you know, it's like it draws your eye to different colors, and I really loved doing that. But so many really great sticker kits. that I've used in here, my watercoloring pages. And then as you can see, I really stopped using it because it was just so hard to write in. But that's it. That's my amazing 2022 A6 Techo. I love the fact that what I can do with this planner is I can take the whole thing and just put it right on a shelf. I've said in a previous video, was I a planner jumper. I was in rings and I just jumped all through different planners, and you know, that's fine. I really enjoyed that. You know, we all talk about planner piece, and for me at that time, that was planner piece. It was using whatever size planner I wanted, whatever size inserts I wanted. And you know, someday I may go back to rings. I don't know. I know that in 2023 I'm using notebook planners, and I may add a rings in just for fun. I'm not sure yet. But I love the fact that I can take this whole system right here and I can put it on a shelf, and I can thumb through this anytime that I want to. And someday when I'm not here, my kids and my grandkids can pick this up and they can look at a whole year of our memories, the good, the bad, the ugly, and the wonderful times that we had together. And there's something to be said for that, right? They can pick this up and they can see what we did. And I really love that. But thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in my next video.